Hello and welcome to Farm Girl Fibers podcast. I am Shauna and I'm the dyer behind Farm Girl Fibers yarns. You can find my shop on Etsy as Farm Girl Fibers, and I'm also on Instagram as Farm Girl Fibers. I'm on Ravelry as slhargis, and it's really nice weather out today. Although, as soon as I turned the video thing on, it started getting kind of sunny, so now I'm afraid I'm going to be squinting the whole time. But it's very nice out today, and I hated to stay inside, so I thought I would come out here and attempt to podcast outside. So, we'll see how this goes. I hate to get my sunglasses because that might be kind of weird, you looking at somebody with sunglasses. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see, but like I said, very nice. It's like unseasonably cool for June today, like the last 3 days. So I decided to spend some time outside this afternoon, and I've been dyeing some yarn today. I did get a shipment of yarn in yesterday, and I hadn't really dyed any yarn for the last month. I think I dyed a handful of skeins like the end of May, I think, but I had a lot left over from the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Fest, so I haven't dyed any more. I did end up though sending some yarn to a yarn shop in Memphis, Yarniverse. So if you're in the Memphis area this week and next week, my yarns will be there for a trunk show. I don't really know what you call it whenever the dyer's not actually at the trunk show, but anyways, I sent about 100 skeins of yarn on fingering and worsted weight bases over there, and I did a lot of the new colors. So I really loved a lot of the I like all the colors, but I really loved the colors I sent to the yarn shop. A lot of the new colors were sent, and the new colors are really making me very happy because they're nice and summery and bright, and hopefully everybody likes them. It has been months and months and months since I podcasted. I kept thinking I would do regular podcasts, and then I kept putting it off and putting it off. I don't know, I just feel like such a goofball whenever I'm doing these, I guess. So anyway, I do have a lot of stuff to show, but not really any finished objects to amount to anything. I think I finished some more things, but I really don't. I should have got a headband to contain my hair. I really don't remember what I even had on my last podcast episode, and I don't really want to try to watch it because I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the sound and make sure you can even hear me. I do not have a mic, which I'm sure I probably need one outside, so hopefully the sound will be okay, but I probably need to check that before I get too much farther in. Okay, so I replayed it. I can hear it. I think it'll be okay. Whenever I put it into iTunes, I will up the volume as much as I can. Probably gonna have to go get a headband though. Be right back. Maybe that'll keep my hair contained. A few years ago, I found this someplace, Strawberry Revolution. Sort of an odd name for a company, but anyways, they market to photographers, and whenever I was doing a lot of photography, I found them. But they have the best headbands that I've found anywhere. So you can tie them, and I always have trouble with headbands fitting my head because my head is very large. Especially, I don't know, I feel like most of the time women have smaller heads than men, but I've right now never found anybody with a bigger head than I have. So anyway, you can tie it, so therefore it'll fit. And then they came out with the original ones were just cotton, some sort of cotton, like thin cotton, which they're great. I have some of those. But then they came out with these jersey ones, so you can flip them around, like twist them and make them thinner, tie them in a little knot if you want a knot. I never do that. I just twist them one time and make them a little bit thinner, and then put them on. Also, the jersey ones makes them even more stretchier, and this one I especially like. It's really lightweight jersey, so just as a side note, those are some really good headbands. But anyway, so we're going to go over some stuff I've been making, and I don't know what all I showed on the last podcast. I really haven't finished many things at all this winter and spring. So anyways, lots of works in progress and lots of weaving, some spinning, but not many finished things. So I kind of hate to show the finished things that I do have because I have worn them, but on the plus side, the yarn is wearing very well. I haven't actually, I didn't wear these. I don't think I wore these with shoes. I wore these around the house, and you say it's kind of crazy to have a whole hand knitted pair of socks that you're only going to wear around the house. Well, I don't care, I love them. So I made these knee socks, and I'm pretty sure I talked about these on the last ones. This is Nomadic Yarns in the Hocus Pocus, is it I Smell Children or something like that. Now, will I wear these out and about? I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see. By the time I finished them completely, it definitely was not knee sock wearing weather outside. It was still a little chilly, but I love wearing them around the house. They literally are knee socks all the way up to my knee. I did a heel flap and gusset. I used Toe Creations, a mini skein set for the toe and the heel. I usually don't do a contrasting cuff whenever I do socks, so I just went out and with this. I used just about every bit of the skein. I split it into two 50-gram balls, and I knit them simultaneously, I guess, on two sets of needles, but I had just wee little bits of each 50 grams left, so here they are. And I think I talked about this before, but I did, every time I do tall socks, I do increase. So at some point, like I start out with 56 stitches, then at some point on the leg, I increase to 60, and then if I'm doing very tall like these, I increase to 64. Then this one, since they were knee socks, I decided to do really, really long cuffs. So I don't even know, like 6 inches or something for the cuff. And then I bind off with the Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy bind off. I never worry if the stripes match. So if you're very particular about that, just don't look at my socks, I guess, because the stripes on my socks are not going to match ever. And this one, the cuff is way longer than this cuff, but seriously, it's okay. So I did wear those a lot around the house before it got really too hot. I only have one of these because the other one accidentally didn't get washed yesterday, but this is out of my Visible Spectrum color. The toe is Wool Fiend, Winter is Coming, and the rest is Visible Spectrum on my 8515 Clover base. I did a heel flap and gusset. So just a short sock. Didn't follow a pattern. I just did my regular toe up. Then I did the heel flap and gusset, which I got the pattern, the basic pattern for the heel flap, toe up, heel flap and gusset from the Stargazer socks, but I have modified the gusset increases a bit. Then I knit a few rounds, maybe 4 or 5, and then I did 10 of ribbing and a bind off. So I wore these a lot around the house and stuff. I wore them some out, but even a lot of people say that they wear wool socks all year long. Not so much here. So my feet get really hot in wool socks, but they're nice and soft and cushy, and I really love having the shorty socks to wear around the house. And I'm sure I'll wear them a lot in the fall and winter as well. So those are those. Now, since that's all the finished knitting objects, we'll just go on to weaving. If you've been following me on Instagram, I did go to a weaving class back in March, and I had wanted a loom. I thought about getting a loom last year, but then I didn't, and I kept thinking about it. Then I finally went to this weaving class back in March, and I liked it, so I went ahead and ordered a loom the next week. I got the 24-inch Ashford rigid heddle loom. I did not get the folding kind because it cost extra money, and I figured I can deal with it not folding up. I don't know, maybe it would be better if it folded up. It'd be easier to pack outside and back in, but really it doesn't bother me at all. A stand would be really nice for it, but the stands cost nearly as much as the looms, so maybe at some point I can figure out how to make one myself, because I'm sure we have scrap pieces of lumber over there at the shop that could be made into a loom stand. But for now, I just put the loom on whatever table. I pack it outside. It's really nice to use outside, even if it is quite warm. I do knit. Sometimes it's a little bit too hot to knit. I don't know. I feel like the yarn sticks to my fingers, so I'm afraid that it's going to, you know, affect my gauge or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, but the weaving is really nice, no matter if it's hot or whatever. So I've brought the loom outside on the porch, at the shelter. I use it at the bar, it's kitchen table. So right at the moment, I just put it on whatever surface I can find. And sometime or another, maybe I'll get a stand. But anyway, so things I've done on my loom is this infinity, it's going to be an infinity scarf. This scarf, so I made it, I don't know, I can't remember, it's like 12 or 14 inches wide, and then, I don't know. I wanted it to fit perfectly around my neck twice, which it does. And at some point, I'm going to figure out the best way to sew the ends together, so that way it makes a loop, and then you know, it'll just make a loop. So but for now it's a short scarf like that. But I don't know, I left the fringe on for the moment, just because. But I'm sure you can just whip stitch it together probably, and then you'll have a seam. But anyway, so at some point it's going to be an infinity scarf, loop around like that, and I really love it. So this yarn is two different types. It has been washed also, so it's completely finished. This grayish brownish is just bare merino yak nylon yarn that I had back there. I used to use it as it used to be. I used to dye a lot merino yak nylon yarn, but I just haven't in a long time. I'm not really ordering from that supplier at the moment because I found a different one. But anyway, long story short, merino yak nylon bare yarn for the warp, and then for the weft, which is the back and forth part that you know, wrap on your little doohickey and push it back. Anyway, what's that thing, a shuttle or something? But I don't know all the terminology. I just try my best to get something I like. And weaving is very fun. I don't care about being that technical with it, to be honest. I just want it to be something fun to do, and also use up some yarn. But this gorgeous yarn here, hopefully it's showing all the colors. Last fall, early fall, maybe September or something, me and Shauna of Bean and Bam Hand-Dyed Yarns did collaboration kits, and this one I did the bag, so she did the yarn, and so she sent me an extra skein of yarn, and I never knew what to do with it, so I decided it would be a really pretty scarf, and sure enough, it's beautiful. So it has like turquoises and browns and golds. It works perfectly with the bare yak yarn, and it has a nice drape. It's very, very awesome. So I definitely like that a lot. Didn't get it done in time to really use it this winter, but that's okay. I'll have it for fall. Then another one I've done is after I got that one off the loom, I decided to use some Knit Picks Stroll, just gray. I don't know what maybe it's ash. And Knit Picks Felici that I had been hoarding for quite a while. So this one is a very long scarf, and the Knit Picks Felici was Goth Kitty. So you can do like, and it has hangs down to about my waist, or it's long enough that you can fold it in half and just do like that, which is going to be quite cozy for winter. This one is actually not for me. It's a Christmas present, not for my mom because it's pink and gray. For someone else. So that one's a Christmas present. One Christmas present done. Another Christmas present on the loom. Then this one I did for myself. And again, it's really, really long. So I can fold it in half like I did the other one. This one I think in 14 inches wide. It's a little bit, I think it might be a little bit wider than, oh yeah, it is. So I did make it a bit wider. But anyways, this is yarn that I had originally got to make a sweater with. And I don't know, it just, I love the yarn. It would make a perfect sweater, but I have a lot of sweaters I want to make, and at some point I need to stop making sweaters, I guess. I don't know, I just didn't know which sweater. I was going to make the pavement sweater with it, but I don't usually wear light colored sweaters because I'm always terrified I'm going to get stain on them. Which I'm making the Gray Lady, using the Gray Lady color to make the no frills. I didn't bring that out here because, for whatever, there's just so many whips I want to talk about. But, so that's a light colored sweater. This one would have been really nice and lightweight. That one has the mohair. But I just decided I wasn't really feeling it as a sweater. So I wanted to make a shawl with it, but if you've been around if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that I don't make shawls. I've made a few shawls, but not very many. I make sweaters, mostly sweaters. I don't know why. So I decided to do a weaving because, you know, it could actually get finished. And I started this on one Saturday afternoon, and I did the warp, and then I started weaving it that Saturday afternoon, and then I worked on it the next day, Sunday, and worked on it off and on that Sunday, not constantly, but it was the only thing, like if I did have, whenever I did have some downtime and sitting around that Sunday, I didn't knit, I worked on this, and then I finished it up Monday evening. So, very quick, and it's long, I don't know, 70-something inches long, 14 or so inches wide. This yarn is Little Bean Loves Yarn in the colorway Prongs. This actually has not been washed, so I do need to do that. But anyways, I'm gonna have, and where I thought I was gonna make, since I thought I was gonna make a sweater, I got 3 skeins. So I'm gonna, I have obviously one left over, and I'm gonna make a hat out of that to match. And I probably will have enough that I could make fingerless mitts if I wanted to, which I might. But anyways, I really love how I used the warp and the weft the same color, and I love how it makes like the little I don't know, whatever, crisscrosses or whatever. It's really cool. So that's Prongs. Now let's see here. One thing I am going to go ahead and talk about because it's in my lap. I decided I wanted to make a Harry Potter quilt. Just suddenly decided. So, got some material from Etsy. And here's the blocks I have so far. So what I'm doing is cutting out 9-inch blocks. And then I'm sewing them together in groups of 4, and then I'll sew those groups of 4 together. I'm figuring I'll need around 80 blocks, and I really love that print right there. Somebody makes bags, had that print for bags. I don't remember who it was. I saw it on Instagram, bags. Then with these, and this is really cool print too. Then I really like the paper as well. But anyway, so far that's what I have. I have a bunch cut out. I think I ended up getting like 73 or something cut out that day. And so, and actually this one is upside down at the moment, but I got a bag from Lila Styles that had that material on the inside, so that's kind of cool. And then of course saw several bags with the Marauders map. So this Patronus one is kind of cool. I'd not saw it anywhere before, but I like it. So that will eventually be, and I don't think it'll take too long, because I mean it's 9-inch blocks, so it's not like there's that many. Like if I was doing smaller blocks, I'd have, you know, a whole bunch more to cut out. We don't have too much more, I don't guess. When I was in Indiana at the fiber event, I got this cute little bag from Toe Creations. There's her tag. Well, you probably can't see her tag. So I love Halloween stuff, so this cute little bag from Toe Creations. And not worked on them in a little while, but a few weeks. But these are Nomadic Yarns, an Alice in Wonderland color. I don't know what it is. And I think I hear my husband coming back, so I think I may pause for a moment because his truck's kind of loud, and also they'll think I'm sort of lost my mind talking to the camera. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I only have 4 more things, I think. So this project I cast on last Saturday morning. I needed something new. I have 50 gazillion whips that I need to be working on, but I needed something new and different, and just kind of out of the normal stuff that I do. So I decided to do the garter snake cowl, which I've been wanting to make that since the pattern came out. I loved it from the beginning. And I decided to use every flavor beans and Crucio. So that's the whatever. This is what's technically the right side, but it's completely reversible. So I don't know, I kind of think I like this side better. So this is the dark is Crucio and the light is every flavor beans. I love both of these colors, and I love them together. So this one, you start off with a brioche, then you do a triangle thing with garter stitch, and then you'll end with a section of garter. So this morning I got to the part where it's just garter stitch, which in the round means you have to knit 1 row, purl 1 row, but that's okay. So you alternate. So that's what causes the white bumps there, is the purling. So on this side, that's how it looks on the wrong side. That's how it looks on the right side. So actually they almost look the same. But anyway, I really love the combination of the brioche and the garter, and I'm already thinking of making another one. Thinking of doing a scrappy one. Okay, try again. So I tried it on the other night. I put it on 40-inch needles and tried it on, and it is really feeling good. So I love this. I want to make another one. I'm thinking about doing a brioche knit along. I'm a little afraid nobody will be interested in doing that, but I think I'll post it on Instagram and see. This is in one of my handmade project bags. Put a little handle on it, and it's got the drawstring, and I always just give it a quick little tie here. So that's how I do it, and then I can carry it around like this. But this is the wizardy one, and it's has the potion bottles on the inside too. I really like that one. Really quick, we can look at the socks. So I'm doing the How I Roll socks, which is like the Jelly Rose. No, wait, is it Rose City Rollers? It's like the Rose City Rollers, except the pattern is a lot more extensive. It has toe up, it has 3 or 4 different heel options, it has top down. So anyways, I did the toe up, of course, and a little roll over here. So that one and this one, I'm doing the increases for the gusset. I had to order this amazing little s'mores marshmallow bear progress keeper from Simply Serving, and so since these are summery colors, it's my summer progress keeper. And all my socks are on size 1 needles, except for sometimes like the toe up sock, the knee high socks. I think I did definitely went up a needle. I think I did 1.5 US 1.5 needles, or maybe 2. But I think I went to a US 1.5 needle for the cuff part because they were knee highs. But generally, I do US 1 all the way through. So this is Sea Anemone, which is in the shop. I really love that color a lot. So that's that. Really quick, I did finish these, but they're too short. So this one, like, it's just way too short. The heel does not come all the way to my heel. So I don't know. This is my whiskey and cola, inspired by my favorite mixed drink, Jack and Coke. But that's definitely my drink of choice. So this is the inspiration behind this this colorway. I'm gonna have to make some different whiskey and cola socks because I don't know what to do with them, because I don't know anybody that has a smaller foot than I do. So except for my niece, she's 9, so maybe her foot's smaller than mine. I could check about that. Wade's foot's a little bit smaller than mine, but he don't wear hand knit socks, and he definitely doesn't wear short socks. So I don't know. But anyways, I got mad at it, so I haven't even cut the string there. I got both of them done, and then I figured out that both of them were too short. Anyway, this project I'm going to go ahead and show, even though it's I'm probably talking too long, but I really love it. It's just on pause for a little bit so I can get a few things done for summer shop samples, because I have a trunk show the last weekend of this month, and then I'm going to SSK in July. So I'm really excited about both of those. I'm especially excited about SSK because I've heard about it a lot, but I've not actually ever went. So the first year I learned about it was last year, and I was going to go, but then we ended up having to go to relatives, which is fine. Whoops, lost some stitches. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, it was a good time going to the relatives. I just kind of wish I had gotten to go to SSK because I've heard so much about it. But I'm not doing the retreat because, you know, budget. But I am going to get to Vend, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going over to Nashville on that Friday, so that way I can go by the trunk show that Big Sky Yarn, Cassie, is having at Bliss Yarns, which is one of my favorite yarn shops. But I got the DK Weight honeysuckle base, which is merino cashmere nylon, and I really love it. So I had to make a sweater, of course. I did a swatch and to see how seed stitch and double seed stitch would look with this color. This is Dark Rituals, and I didn't like how seed stitch and double seed stitch worked with this color. So Then I had done some socks before with a yarn over texture, like where you pass the stitch over or whatever. So I decided to try that on the swatch, and I really liked how is that looking? I really loved how that looked. So kind of wanted just I kind of wanted some part of it to be stockinette also. So I decided on the sleeves being stockinette and the body of it being textured. So I decided just to do, after I did the swatch, I did the math, figured out what I needed. Also, another thing is, all the sweaters have really wide necks, and I wanted something more of a crew neck, so like the t-shirt, because I wear t-shirts a lot. Like, so a lot of times here, maybe it's like this in other places, but a lot of times here in the fall and spring, it'll be like 40 degrees in the morning, 75 in the afternoon, and 40 again in the evening. You can't wear a sweater when it's 75 or 78 degrees, or at least I can't. So I need something where I can put it like a sweatshirt. I put it on over a t-shirt, I take it off in the afternoon, put it back on. So I wanted the neckline to be close. So I designed this with a crew neck, the texture, raglan sleeves, stockinette here on the sleeves, and so far it's fitting perfectly. I am using size 6 needles, but I put it on pause so that way I could get some shop sample or two done for the summer shows, and then I'll finish that for a shop sample later. I may end up publishing that pattern, but I don't know how much a tech editor cost, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be popular enough to actually sell patterns. I mean, I've sold a few, but definitely not made enough money to hire a tech editor and that stuff. So I don't know, we'll have to see about that. But if you think you'd like the pattern, let me know, and I might look into what it takes to actually publish a sweater pattern, because this is going to be totally different than the blanket or the fingerless mitts that I've already done, because there's a lot more to sizing a sweater than mitts or blankets, obviously. Hold on. Last thing, because I'm not used to talking this long, and so I'm getting a little tired of talking. My voice is getting a little I don't know, tired, I guess. And also I'm trying to keep the podcast down short so that way it don't take you forever to watch it. But anyway, I decided I wanted a summary thing to have on it as a sample at my booth for SSK. Really, I have a table, not a booth, but whatever. I'm vending at SSK, and that's all that really matters to me. So anyway, I have a new color. This is inspired, well, actually it's not, the name of it is inspired, because after I dyed it, I was like, it's really fun, it's happy, makes me happy, so, I thought of Luna. Don't really know why, but, for some reason it made me think of Luna, and so a thing she said, a quote, is, "Be who you are," and I can't remember the rest of the quote at the moment. I think it was something about be who you are, because those that mind don't matter, and those that matter won't mind, or something like that. Anyways, I really loved the quote. So this is Be Who You Are. It's a white base with purple, like a iris, and a bright blue, and a silver gray, which actually looks dark, or the silver gray looks black when you speckle it, but anyway, so that's that. And this is the Lady of the Lake top by Meg of Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, Bad Wolf Girl Studios. So she's designing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's really pretty. But then I asked about this because I saw her post this on something. Asked if it was when it was going to be ready for testing, and so she said I could test it, and so here's what I've got. It's garter stitch at the top, which so it gives a nice little nice texture here. I love it. Squishy. So nice squishy at the top, stockinette all the way down, and I'm really loose. I don't know if I'm really loose knitter or not. I think I'm a fairly loose knitter because generally I have to go down a needle size. So this is on my 8515, my clover base. So I knit with this quite a bit, and so I had an idea of the gauge. I think I might have ended up with the wrong gauge because I think I read it wrong whenever I looked at the pattern, but it's fitting, so that's strange. So I'm going to recheck the gauge again, but I did try it on a couple of times and it definitely fits. And I think, let's see, I put again Simply Serving stitch markers here, the Mandrake, and then I put Hedwig right here because when I tried it on, that was where I was at. I was at the end, like she had, you know, increase for like an A-line type. And so when I tried it on, I was here and I needed to go about 3 more inches and then do the lacy portion at the bottom. I think 3 more inches. I need to double check how long the lace is. But from Hedwig, I need a total of 7 more inches. So right at the moment, it's just stockinette in the round, and I'm really loving this. Now today I could wear a wool garment without sleeves, but generally in summer in the South you can't. So I don't know if I'll wear it much in the summer, but I'll definitely wear it under things in the winter. So I'll definitely wear it under things in the winter, like cardigans and that type of stuff. It's gonna be really pretty, and so I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of new colors in the shop at the moment, and I got some more DKway in, so I'm thinking about doing some shawl sets maybe. But for right now, I think that's about all the time I have for today. So I'll be back again, hopefully not months away, hopefully pretty soon. So I'll see you later.